What's up, guys? Welcome back to the FaZe Cast. This is season 2, episode 7. I'm here with Adapt. We got SENSEI visiting. He's in town. We got NIKAN, CHEO, and Tommy. And we may even have Xavier Woods from the WWE coming in today. We'll have to see about that.
Oh my God.
Let's get into this episode. FaZe Cast. Okay, before we get into the show, today's podcast is actually sponsored by Honey. So thank you to them for sponsoring the show. And if you guys, you know what Honey is? Any of you guys?
What is Honey?
That's like what bees,
bees
go for.
Everybody wants to save money, right?
Yeah, of course.
You never turn down free money, right?
No.
Well, if you shop online without the best coupons, you're already paying too much. Fortunately, there's a free browser extension called Honey that automatically finds the best coupons on the web, so you get the best prices for everything.
That's a great idea.
Even for Burger King?
Yeah, Burger King.
Awesome, man.
You're kidding.
Oreo milkshakes. You know where I'm going.
So there's like over 7 million people that use Honey every day. They're on their game
How have I
already.
never heard of this?
Oh,
People saving-
that's what it's called?
Yeah, it's called Honey. It's an extension on Google Chrome.
Oh, word.
And it basically automatically applies the coupon when you check out on like a website. Automatically applies the coupon and you get the best deals.
That's awesome.
Save
That's
your
really
money.
cool.
I'm downloading it on
automatic?
my
It's
browser.
automatic.
Yo,
right now.
send me
pretty cool.
send me the link, dog.
I'm downloading
How about you
it.
go search it up on
Just search it up, dude.
Someone stole my MacBook.
Oh, shit. Hey, I can buy you a new one on Honey. I'll get a good coupon.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah,
god.
yeah, yeah,
At the
yeah.
Apple Store, yo.
Gosh.
Oh my God, dude.
There you have it, folks.
You know what they need to put on Honey, hopefully? Fortnite V-Bucks, because I'd buy some if they had a coupon. Ooh. But I actually bought a new iPhone case right here. It's like a wallet and a case in one. I don't want to show my credit card.
That's dope.
But I got like 10% off on that, so
2 for 1.
just saying.
Dude, I feel like
That's
there's,
like, because it's
2 for 1.
a case and a credit card.
bro, I feel like there's no reason for somebody not to have this. Because
Yeah.
like, if
Just
you don't have
save
to do
money.
anything, you're just saving
Yeah, it's
money
automatic. It's
at
super
that point.
No, yo,
That's
So-
absolutely awesome.
that's a no-brainer. Come
So
on.
if you guys want to get it, you can add it to your browser right now. Just go to honey.com/FaZe and join it. Join Honey, add it to your browser and save some money. And then with that extra money, you can give it to us.
Give me it later.
Yeah.
And while we're at it, also don't forget to go check out GFUEL's new flavor, Sour Cherry, on the GFUEL website. Use code FaZe.
It's bomb. It's actually bomb.
It is bomb. But I think strawberry shortcake. Okay, Sour Cherry. Go get Sour Cherry today. Strawberry shortcake too.
What's going on, man?
We're chilling. We got some family today. We got the brothers.
The broder!
There's not
Hey, the
one,
broder!
but 2 CHEOs.
Are you
Oh,
serious?
damn. That shit was
Do
fire.
that again?
That was
Let me see
fucking
that
lit.
again.
This happens.
Hold on, what? Yo, someone should edit some effects on that. Like, just for that. Just a little quick little.
Cool handshake.
Them said there's not one but 2 CHEOs.
Dude, I always call him CHEO whenever I see him. I first saw him and I was like, "What's up, CHEO?"
Always.
You know what's
Always.
crazy though?
Awesome.
That he lived with us first. Because when you first moved in, I never was calling you Sensei, right?
Yeah,
By accident.
yeah.
By
Yeah, yeah.
accident. We'd always call him Sensei, and now you're getting called CHEO.
Bro, ever since he's been here, I've been a great kid.
Yeah.
Great.
He's boxing now,
I've
man.
been working out every day and like eating healthy every day.
That's
Ever
awesome.
That's the
since,
Sensei.
ever
Dude,
since
that's 2
Sensei's
days.
came.
He's going hard.
Changed his
man.
life.
2 days.
Today's day 3.
Today's day 4.
Tommy's like, "That's some weak shit."
That is some weak.
You guys have
at this
you guys have a
minute.
gym. There's a gym 5 feet away.
You're supposed to support
All
him,
right, all right. He hasn't done shit, so I don't want to hear
You
it.
can't be talking
You
about
haven't done
every
shit.
day when you spend
It's been 4 days. Yeah, you haven't done shit in the past 4 days,
Oh
have you?
shit, yo.
I've been
It's
playing
heated
Fortnite.
right
Exactly.
Listen,
Exactly.
I've been lifting weights on Fortnite.
Exactly.
Wait.
I've been catching bodies on Fortnite, bro,
Guys,
and curling them.
Speaking of Fortnite, I got my first solo win, and I was freaking out. I've
When?
never. A couple days ago.
That's awesome.
I was literally screaming. I swear to God, I was so nervous.
Wait,
What was good
before we
about that?
get
You had a
into
good amount of
Fortnite,
I have 12
Yo,
kills.
12 kills.
Oh, solo.
Hey.
But solo.
Damn.
There's a
Wait, on PC?
yeah,
PC, yeah,
Fortnite.
PC boys,
I was
guys.
solo last.
lit.
The guy was above me, and I was like, oh, shit. I was about to my pants. 'Cause I always get second,
Yeah.
and then I killed his and I started screaming.
I
was
can
literally
still see
screaming.
that. I wish I was there for
Yo,
that.
before we talk about Fortnite, did you guys see the new Call of Duty that's coming out next year? Holy shit, man.
No,
And
way.
the-
Modern
WWE
Warfare
remastered.
2, they're
Remastered.
finally
Wait,
doing
is it
it.
actually confirmed?
Yeah, no, it's confirmed. Modern Warfare 2.
It's confirmed?
Yeah.
Who could-
Charlie Intel.
Really?
Dude,
Wow. It's getting real.
I mean, it's a little bit late, but holy It's gonna be lit next year.
It is a little.
Bro,
late,
I am
but-
so excited.
Honestly,
for
no, that
game.
makes sense because it's 10-year anniversary.
Bro, that's the only COD
cool.
that I like.
Damn,
That or
10 years.
That is
BO2.
gonna be
Wait, it's coming out
10
in
years.
2019.
Hang on,
No,
hang on.
next year.
Yo, just
Next
process
COD.
that real quick.
It's the next COD.
Yo, just process that. Modern Warfare 2 came out almost 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Dude, it's like
That's like
insane?
over half my. No, it's half my age.
Wait, what?
Wait, are you sure?
I'm 20.
Yeah,
it's
that's-
10.
You didn't even
That's
look at
two.
one tweet.
Treyarch
literally half your
is making the next COD.
Yeah, but that was.
Treyarch is
Sometimes
not
it's
on
early in the
the
morning, and you're gonna need a calculator to do those tough ones.
yeah.
Bro, but that doesn't matter. Like, go back up and look at the first tweet.
Bro,
There-
it doesn't matter.
It's confirmed, Apinator.
What happened last year? They made 2 games. They remade one and they brought one. I believe you. I'm saying he doesn't.
Dude, we get to make face cams again, guys. Oh my god.
Dude, I really hope they don't ruin it.
I mean, I hope so.
Bro, I'm
Listen,
actually gonna be trick
if
shotting
they keep
on that
if they
game.
keep the YY and the weapon sway, then I think we're
10
should be
years.
chilling.
It has
Bro,
been 10
Talking
years
some
since
real
the game
stuff
came
right
out.
now.
Bro, like
Yeah.
I was still
That's
playing
crazy.
that game up to like 1 year ago in New
You know what's
York
also
house.
insane?
And I was hitting stinkers. You remember? Guy clip of the year, man.
You did. That's also
You
insane.
did actually.
My greatest
FaZe-
achievement.
It's about to be what, the 8th year of FaZe's anniversary this year?
Yeah.
So my 7-year anniversary joining FaZe is the 6th, which I think is the day after this.
Can you
goes
give
up.
us a little hint of what your first video is when you come
Yes.
Oh, well, I already uploaded it by the time this goes up. Just a I'm back general video.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow is a 7-year video. The compilation.
Bro, I'm getting.
Are you gonna do
I
every
get
day?
comments that I upload
Every
more
other
than you
day.
guys.
Are we gonna break some
I'm gonna
Guinness
try.
World
back? That's
Records?
what I do,
We
Apex.
might break them.
We're gonna have to, dude. That shit was lit.
That shit was lit.
The world
Yeah.
records?
Dude, in New York, those
Oh,
were
yeah.
always
Those
the
were
funnest
hella fun,
videos.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
they
you'd
were.
come home with like all this all these random supplies, and we just sit there.
I
and
want to
do
try some.
all these fun.
Some.
Do you remember he did
did?
that?
Yeah,
he
cartwheel
did
one
the
down the
cartwheel
street, yeah.
one. That one was
we all broke
crazy.
records.
Everyone
And
broke
NIKAN, that was
one.
wild.
Right? Have you broken a record?
That was
And
scary.
then
He has. You remember you did the grapes in your mouth?
Oh, yeah, the
There
greatest
we go.
street.
So we all broken records.
Bro, you should make like a best
So
of
many
of
times.
that because of how lit that was. You gotta,
Yeah,
you
you
should
should
you should
definitely
do that and
That'd
then
be
bring
a
it
good
back. Boom, yo! I'm just spitting out popcorn right now.
That one is pop now.
Really?
There's butter, a lot of butter up
banger.
here.
A little butter up there?
I have to write that down
You need
real
some
fast.
seeds to
Jimmy's
spit
hates
up.
I got you, yo. And then maybe a Club Penguin too.
Oh, that's
Club
coming
Penguin,
back.
that's coming back.
Wait, that's still around?
Top Penguin's closed.
There's a way to play it.
Apex will
and I already
always
did
find
it.
a way.
It's like the.
I'll find a way. Club
That's
Penguin.
You love that game.
Bro, you want to know something?
Dude.
I don't know if this happens to you. You know how many kids call me FaZe Apex in public?
Yeah.
The last 3 fans I met called me FaZe Apex.
And I get called the
And every
Jack,
time
too.
I'm like, yo, this kid's. I called last time. I'm like, watch this kid call me Apex because I saw him follow me, and he followed us into the Gucci store at the mall. And he's like, Apex, what's up? And I was like, yeah, man, it's me, Apex. And then he
anything.
Bro, we did that. It happened at that
They call
mall.
me Adapt too. A kid like a couple
like
years
pretty
ago.
often because
Hey, what's
bro,
up,
it's-
Adapt? And I'm like, what's up? I
Bro,
didn't even say
the-
anything.
The
They
worst
started the Lakers
one.
game.
The worst one is when they called me Apex.
That actually happened.
Yes, that's happened a bunch of
That
times.
has to be a troll.
No, bro, it happened when we were at the mall.
Bro, dude, some I don't know what it is, how people mix it up. Like it's
Yeah, I don't
like Apex
know.
is Apex. We're all so different.
No,
What's that?
honestly, it's,
So-
it's better than being
man.
called FaZe. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
that's what
like,
always
yo,
happens.
FaZe.
Dude, that's what every
No,
kid,
but-
every kid in
I
my
think that's dope though.
bro,
I like
every,
that.
every kid in my
I
high
like that
school
they just
called
know
me
it's
that.
fake.
Yeah.
No, they call me by my first
Just-
name.
Bro, my favorite thing is when someone sees my shirt and be like, oh, is that a FaZe shirt? And they don't know who I am. I'm like,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Some kid, I was at IKEA and I was wearing a FaZe hoodie and he's like, oh, is that a FaZe shirt? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, that's cool. Where'd you get it? Because it was a new one, like before it came out. I'm like, oh, I'm like one of the owners. And then he's just like, oh, that's really awesome. He's like a CS fan, but he didn't know
That's
what it was.
dope.
I was like,
Dude,
oh, yeah.
that or
That happened with
or
me
if
at
you- if you
Fry's
catch-
Electronics in when I was with James one time when he was.
James.
And,
James.
yo, we showed up and he like this dude
wants
saw
to
the
come
FaZe
back.
logo. He's like, yo, is that a FaZe shirt? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh, I used to play Call of Duty back in the day. I'm like, oh, which one? Like, he's like, oh, Modern Warfare 2. He's like, oh, that's dope. I'm Temperrr. And then I was like, oh, I'm Temperrr. And he's like,
That's the temper shot guy.
bro,
No way you're the creator.
Listen,
way.
Yo, the worst was when we were at Boston for the major, and I told some of you guys this, but like, bro, right as soon as we lost, like literally like, the second we lost, right? I'm just
the
devastated,
finals?
bro. I'm devastated, right? Like it was because it was such like we thought we were gonna win, then we started losing, then we lost.
That was crazy.
We start walking out, like all these people start walking out. This dude comes up to me and he's like, yo, are you FaZe Banks? Like right after we lose. Dude, I thought he was kidding. I was pissed. I was like,
People mix it up a lot.
yeah. because I thought he was like mocking me, but he was, then I saw he was serious. I'm like, no, dude, I'm not Banks.
I never correct them.
I went to Target.
Yeah, I
once,
don't ever correct them.
And the little kid was freaking out, and he came up to me, he's like, "Your FaZe Banks, right?" And I'm like, "Me." He thought I was Banks.
Dude,
And
how?
I was like, "Yeah."
You guys are so different.
I got called
it's
Tico
insane.
at the airport.
He's big.
Coming here. Like, yo, look, he comes out.
That's
I'm
bad.
walking in the security line. And he's like, yo, FaZe Tico. I'm like, I look at him like, what?
Wow.
Those random names. How?
Remember
He's like,
you
wait,
and
no,
Norton?
Sensei.
Yo, you and Norton, remember that story you guys have of the dude? He was like, yo, you guys are like FaZe Rug or some shit.
Oh yeah.
They saw like 3 of us
You know
together.
where we were?
You're at IKEA or something.
No, we were buying skirt and top. We were
no way.
Yeah. And some kid was like following us, like, "You guys you're part of that FaZe Rug thing, right?" We're like, yeah.
FaZe Rug. I wish I could have recorded some stupid shit fan said.
We're just like, yeah.
Makes sense because it looks like the first.
Whoa.
Yes, it is.
What's going on, guys? Oh my God. Your boy Austin Breeze here. Let's go. What's up? Out of nowhere. And it's materialized.
What's up?
What's up?
Have a seat, bro.
Sit down.
Move over. Damn, the entrance.
Well, we got Xavier Woods
looks
here.
like
It
looks like he
from the
made his
WWE.
entrance.
I did, you know.
From the New Day.
Gotta bust in, make it something. You know?
You might have broke the door, but
That's all right.
Yeah, the door's kind of broken now.
We'll get you new one.
how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. What's going on with you guys?
good. Just
Chilling.
Yeah.
yes, yeah. So he's Xavier Woods, Austin Creed, right?
Yes, sir.
From the New Day in the WWE.
Do you live out here?
No, I live in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
So we bounce around literally to a different town every night and just put on shows.
Do you have shows all over the country, like
All
literally
over.
every
The
night?
world, bro.
Wait, you literally travel every day?
Yeah.
Holy.
Wait, so they every single day?
Yes.
No way.
So like on a good week, I'll get to go home Wednesday morning, and I'll be home Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that's a good week.
Yeah.
And we'll normally leave Saturday morning and do a show Saturday somewhere, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. On I won't say bad week, on an intense week, I'll be gone for like a month.
What?
It's a different town every night, so we'll hit
Damn.
like everywhere in the
grind.
U.S. We
Yeah.
do shows overseas, so we'll go to like Japan, Australia, South America. We're everywhere.
And what, you just stay in hotels and stuff?
Dude, the WWE is literally insane.
Yeah, dude, it's
So
huge.
insane.
Bro, I grew up watching.
We all grew up.
that
It's
shit.
all
We
our
talk
childhood.
Yeah.
I grew up
Yeah.
action figures, like fighting in my room.
I played SmackDown
Hardcore.
vs. Raw 2009. That shit was so
So good.
lit.
So
Bro,
good.
I
So
love-
good.
Dude, I literally
wanted to be a wrestler.
What?
no, I'm
You can
sorry
still do
about
it?
this. Dude, I don't know, yo. I probably like now like looking at everyone here. I really think I could just take down Apex. I don't stand a chance against anyone else here. So
How long ago did you get into wrestling?
So I wanted to wrestle since as long as I could remember it, but it was always one of those things like, you know, you're in first grade and they go around the room and they ask you, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? People are like, oh, I want to be a football player, or I want to be an astronaut, whatever. And I was like, oh, I want to be a pro wrestler. And I was always like the runt of the class, and so everybody laughed at me and thought it was ridiculous. And so I'm a real spiteful person. Right? I use it drives me. Yeah. So I just knew I wanted to do it, and then right as soon as I graduated high school, I found a school and started training, and then did it all throughout college and grad school and everything. And now we're 14 years later.
how old are
That's
you?
awesome.
31.
That's awesome, man.
Was your goal the WWE always, or
That's
did you
crazy.
just want to be a
Always.
wrestler?
Always.
That's
I always. My goal was to wrestle everywhere. I really wanted to go to Japan and wrestle because it's awesome over there.
That's
so
the birthplace.
Yeah. So.
So you've been a fan of it for a long time.
Yes.
Who's your, like, growing up, who was your favorite wrestler?
My favorite wrestler was a guy named Too Cold Scorpio. So he was Too Cold Scorpio in ECW, but in WWF he was Flash Funk, or excuse me, WWE. He was Flash Funk.
Yeah.
Okay.
So essentially, he was a guy. He'd come out and he would just like dance, and then once he was in the ring, he would tear everybody up. And so that was kind of always.
Bro, I don't know how
I
I've
don't
never heard of
remember.
him.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't
He was
know.
I remember
after-
the name.
He was
Check him out.
after the
He's
I
so
remember the
sick.
name.
He was WWE, right? Not WWF.
He was in WWF.
Oh, it was WWF.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it might have
yeah.
been like
Okay,
a
that
little
makes
bit
sense,
before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
our
remember that
generation's
name.
a little
I remember.
younger.
I remember.
Dude, okay, so he's so nasty. This is what you can easily look it up too. So he would do a move. You know what a moonsault is?
Yeah.
He would do a moonsault leg drop.
Oh,
So he would cut all the way through it and leg drop
and
the
leg
dude.
drop it, yeah. That's
It's
crazy.
insane. It's insane. It was like the coolest thing I'd ever seen.
Oh my God! Look, Alex, he's wearing a Flash uniform.
Who? He's my favorite now too.
There you go. There we go.
I'm sorry, Jeff Hardy, dude. That's insane.
Yeah, I was
Flash?
gonna say Jeff Hardy
In the ring?
That was like our era. Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Randy
I
Orton.
cut my
Yeah.
socks. Like, I'd put my socks
Jeff Hardy's
on
back
my
in the
hand,
WWE, right?
and I cut the
was
ends
Jeff Hardy.
off just to look like Jeff Hardy
Steve Austin.
Extreme.
But did you have like white socks or did you get different color
Black.
socks? Okay,
I
you got
need
the black
different
socks.
colors. That was
Okay.
my first
Some glow
ever
sticks and stuff.
online name too.
Jeff
and
Hardy?
I spelled extreme wrong too. like imagine live stream, but instead of an S, an X is in front of it. That's how I spelled it.
That was the
Jeff
cool way
Hardy
to
Extreme.
do it. Cool.
Swanton bomb, yo, big dude. Up the top,
They're back
bro.
in WWE, right? The Hardy
Yeah.
Boys.
So they came back.
Wait, Jeff Hardy's
last-
back?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
came back. They
Him and
came
Matt.
back.
Yeah.
What?
They on Raw
So,
or?
They're on Raw, yeah. So last WrestleMania, me and the guys I'm with, Kofi Kingston and Big
Kofi
E.
Kingston is a
Kofi
beast.
Kingston.
Yeah, he's the man.
I remember him.
So we hosted WrestleMania last year, and we got to introduce the Hardy Boys coming back. And like
Oh,
the
yeah, I
arena,
saw that.
they were losing their minds.
I bet.
'Cause you know they come in there just doing all the.
Yeah.
It was sick.
That's,
I can't
actually remember
imagine
seeing
that
You guys
happening.
introduced them. That's dope.
So much fun.
Because that's
Do that.
Dude, I
Everyone
didn't know that
freaked.
they were back because I literally just like randomly just watched. I was like playing Fortnite, and then on the other screen I had the Elimination Chamber on the day Sunday.
Yeah.
And I saw Matt Hardy was back, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
I didn't know
He's
Matt
a little-
Hardy
he's a
was
little
back. I knew
different.
Jeff Hardy was
See,
back.
He's
you
a little
gotta
different
watch.
now.
He was a tad.
Yeah, he's a tad bit different now, but
Is he
Dude,
still as
honest-
athletic? Can he still do?
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
his
he still
character is
yeah.
just like-
his
I
character's
bet.
just kind of
It's been like
not how he
out
was.
there.
like
Yeah.
10 years since I was super into it.
That's awesome.
Well, see, we'll bring you back in.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
I gotta watch it. You're
Yeah.
It's still popular.
I was like
dude.
Stone Cold time. That was like
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
my
dude,
beat.
that
That
like-
was the time I was.
Dude,
that
the
was my
last time
beat.
I watched it, like John Cena was like the top of like WWE and the Shield. What
Shield?
like the Shield?
Shield.
I think
I
they're
was
called.
before Cena.
And now it's
Are they
like
back as the Shield?
So they came back as a Shield to fight us.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, the fans
That's
won
so
that.
crazy to
So
hear.
It's
in a tag team match.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was you and
As a triple
Kofi?
threat.
yeah,
like
me, Kofi, and E against those three dudes.
Oh,
So it's cool to be able to be a part of stuff like that. So I think the coolest thing for us. So you guys know the Dudley Boys.
Yeah.
So like the Dudley Boys came back and like we wrestled against them.
No way. That's so
That's
dope.
so-
For like
probably so cool.
4 or 5 months. Yeah, because so for me,
Oh, it was
when I
like
was in
a
middle
ongoing
school,
thing?
That's what I'm saying.
I went to an ECW show and they like cut a promo on us, me and my friend, and we're like 11, 12 years old.
No way.
So they're just losing it on us, and so being able to wrestle against them and saying, hey, when I was a kid, like you yelled at me at a wrestling show, and now like I'm wrestling against these guys, and
That's
like.
so crazy.
The bad thing was going through tables for like 5 nights a week.
Oh my
that
God.
sucked, but I mean it's part of it.
yeah,
I
he
feel like
talked-
That's what I wanted
It's
to
like
know.
nobody ever retires in the WWE. Like, he just told me Undertaker's coming back again to fight John Cena.
We don't know. We don't know.
Nobody
Undertaker's
knows.
so
It's
old.
Oh, okay.
He's been.
I mean, it
It's
was
a-
like
it's a
he's been
theory.
tombstoning people
Speculation.
forever.
Speculation. But
Speculation.
still, no one retires. They all come back. Always.
they said that. That's how I watched it again last night, and John Cena was like, "That's who he's trying to.
Trying to
that-
get?
That's who he
challenging
wants
him.
to
Dude, when he
wrestle.
lost at WrestleMania, I literally
Yeah.
could not believe my eyes. I thought they messed up. I swear to God, I thought
It
they
hurt.
messed up.
It
Yeah.
hurt.
But that must be
I remember.
crazy,
So
though.
we were watching backstage,
did.
and when I saw the 3, like my brain like glitched out, and it didn't register that the ref hit the 3 count. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, so the match is still going. And my buddy was like, no. He lost. And I was like, wait, what's my chest? Like I'm having a heart attack.
He can't lose.
He lost, man.
It was crazy.
I was just saying, it must be crazy though, like growing up as a fan wanting to be a pro wrestler, and you see these guys on television, and now you still like they're still in it.
Yeah.
And you're going up against these
Who-
people.
who-
Like,
It's so dope.
Was there anyone that you met that you're like, oh, like that's crazy? Like that you grew up watching. That like when you met them, you're like, wow. Like as a kid, you're kind of like inner kid came out.
Probably Undertaker. The first time I met him.
Yeah.
But like it's that thing where
You
you
can't.
gotta like play it cool.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
inside you're like, ah! But yeah, what's up, man? Nice to meet you. Yeah, cool.
That's
yeah,
crazy,
all right,
yeah.
see ya.
That is
Shawn,
wild.
Shawn Michaels, has he been back at
Yeah,
all?
yeah, he's back.
Dude, if I met
Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels is back.
No, he's not wrestling, so
Heartbreak
he
Kid.
works down in the performance center. So that's where like our training facilities.
Oh my
where
God.
we're teaching people how to essentially bring out their own characters, like
Yeah.
do promos and
Yeah,
stuff. And how to
He
develop
was
themselves.
hella good at that stuff
Yeah,
too.
so-
I was
Oh
telling
my
them,
God,
I
bro.
went to
DX was the
WrestleMania.
best of
Yeah, I
that.
went to WrestleMania 14, and I saw Shawn Michaels, Steve Austin. That's when Tyson came in as like a
That's right, you
special
went to that.
guest.
Who?
That's
Why didn't I
crazy.
go?
Who did you see at?
I was a little kid, huh?
Oh, really?
WrestleMania 14 was
When
like
was
back
that?
in like '98. You were too small. You were way too small.
Bro, all these
only a year
athletes,
old.
like all these like
1 year
athletes like Ronda Rousey and stuff are joining like the WWE now.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
like it's just crazy to see like all these like they're like dipping out. They're leaving the UFC.
Yeah.
To go and-
for real.
Dude, honestly, I
Ronda
thought for a
Rousey.
sec Conor McGregor might switch over. To
Bro, he would be
He'd be
the
amazing
best.
there.
Bro.
I heard Gronk might.
You never know.
I saw that. I heard
That's
Gronk
the thing.
might.
Gronk?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that'd be
Everybody
so
wanna
wants
sign
in.
him.
It's the place
He
to
would.
be.
He
It
had a
is,
body.
but it's not-
People-
it's not
It's
easy,
always
though.
been like.
No, that's the thing. I'm like
It's-
Gronk would probably break in half.
That's what I'm saying. It's not easy. Like I can
Dude,
imagine
I
the
love the
injuries
WWE.
you deal with on a
Dude,
daily.
so my two front teeth, now real.
Yeah.
I got kicked. So like I got kicked one time in the face. See, they look nice though, right?
The money. It's all about the money.
Shout out to the dentist. So I got kicked in the mouth, and my teeth went flat up against the top of my gums.
Oh my God.
And my gum broke in half. So ended up having to like go to the dentist that night, and then she put her foot like so. There's armrests on the chairs. She put her foot on the chair, shot me with Novocaine, and just dug inside my mouth on my teeth and just pulled them back
No
into
way.
place.
Because of the root, right? It's
Yeah.
still, like,
And so then they had to like take them out and then put new ones in. But there's a couple of things like that that are
Was that in the WWE?
yeah.
How recent
Yeah.
was that?
I don't know, maybe 5-6 years ago.
Oh damn.
So, but it's one of those things that we always say, don't try this at home.
Yeah.
We are trained professionals, and
Yeah.
even then, sometimes we still face injuries, but we're here to entertain you.
What's
That's
like the,
dedication right there and passion.
Yeah,
We
seriously.
like that a whole lot.
was your team like?
That's so
Was your
great.
team like? Oh, like, you got your teeth fixed. Can you come back tomorrow? Like they're like.
Yeah, it's like, but the thing is, so I can still talk and cut promos.
Yeah.
So it's like you do what you can while you can. It's since
know
I
that
think since
reminds me?
there's no more Barnum and Bailey, it's the largest traveling show on the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got it.
So-
I was wondering, like, because you get injuries when you said every day. I'm like, dude, if I have like a twisted ankle, I'm like, yeah, I'm off tomorrow, just like training. Never mind like going out there to like perform.
Dude, how many
do you-
people
and
travel
fight?
too?
How do you deal
It's-
with like an
how do they-
injury?
you
Like,
You all
So,
on the
that
same bus?
Scheduling must
No,
be
so we don't have
insane.
buses.
Yo, you know how many
just
people there
travel on
are?
your
There's
own?
Yeah,
nowhere
dude,
to
That's what I'm
whoever
saying. Like, and
schedules
plus,
this
like,
stuff
some of you guys
is a
have beef,
beast.
low key.
There's probably like four.
probably, like, so like, how y'all gonna be on a bus? Like all these
Oh my
wrestlers.
God,
Yeah,
that stuff's
it's
like
like
fun.
it's like any other job. I'm
Like
sure
how-
I'm
like
sure there's
how do they
sometimes
book
where
all
you
the
guys
hotels?
get in arguments.
Yeah.
And you might have to
Yeah,
just
yeah.
cool off and not see somebody for a week or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with us, but when we go out there through the curtain, we understand like it's a job.
Yeah.
And we're there to entertain. So like I'm not gonna let my beef with you get in the way of me entertaining like a bunch of kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
no,
then that's some
exactly.
selfish stuff. So
Yeah.
we don't deal with any of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, when we get to a town, you just ride with whoever you want to. You get a rental car and then you start driving around, go to the
crazy. That's
gym,
dope.
get some food, go to the
Work
show,
out.
and then right after the show, drive to the next town, rinse and repeat.
So every wrestler for both shows travels like that, or you travel with SmackDown and Raw?
No, so we're separate rosters.
Okay.
So they have their towns, we have our towns. So
Oh,
we're
okay.
usually in different areas. But it's
They cross over sometimes, don't
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
And then seeing how busy your schedule is, we noticed that you have your own channel. Like, how
Yeah.
do you balance all that?
you upload a lot too.
carefully.
Yeah.
So it was something where I wanted to have a show. We have the WWE Network, only $9.99. So we just have tons of wrestling on there, tons of original content, and so I wanted to make a show where we go to arcade bars because, like, legit in every town. I'm sure you guys have seen them across
Yeah,
the
we got
country.
'em.
Yeah.
My town, yeah.
So I go to them everywhere, and I found them like legit all over the world. So it's like, well, it'd be cool if we had a camera crew just to come and talk to people that own it, so people know. Kind of like the Travel Channel.
Yeah.
Oh, if
Yeah,
you're,
yeah.
if you're here, go check out this arcade bar. And so at the time, they weren't really feeling that. But then we pitched like, oh, let's do just a YouTube gaming channel because I'm doing this stuff anyway. Let's just film it and see if people like it. So I have legit my whole YouTube studio is in the trunk of the car that we came in.
You just
I have it in a
travel with it?
briefcase. Yeah. So I just have my laptop, a DSLR camera, then we got like a shotgun mic, and I got my PlayStation in a bag. And so we set up.
Word.
I set up literally wherever we are in whatever arena, just
You play
backstage. somewhere.
Fortnite?
I started digging into it. I played by myself.
gotta
And I
squad
didn't
up.
like it.
We're
With
all on
squads,
PS4
dude.
here.
Yeah, squads is
Squads
way better.
so
So-
much fun.
Yeah.
It is.
Playing arcades,
so much
like,
fun.
what are your favorite arcade games?
Arcade, by far NBA Jam.
NBA Jam?
Oh,
Jam
that's
is-
so old
So I
school.
lay out a challenge every time I go, like come through and get wrecked in NBA Jam.
That's so.
Who's your favorite basketball team?
So
Are you a big fan?
You're Atlanta.
I'm from Atlanta, so like I don't watch basketball, but since I'm from Atlanta, I'm gonna say the Hawks.
Yeah.
But in NBA Jam, Utah Jazz.
Yeah, they talk.
Easy.
Okay.
Easy.
You know, it'd be an awesome video. I wish you were here longer. Like, I don't know if you guys ever saw those videos back in the day, like, of like the dude doing WWE moves on his girlfriend.
In the pool?
Oh,
Imagine
yeah.
like,
Oh
if I
my
had
God.
a real wrestler do WWE moves on me. I would not. I'd be down, dude. Just do it. Like, in the video.
You might be out of commission for a little while.
But that'd be so f***ing awesome. Maybe you can teach me a move, and I can like pop one of these guys.
Dude, one
I
crazy
need to
thing.
know how to take him down.
He's 6'8".
He's so big, man.
He's 6'8".
Stand up for a second.
Jesus.
Nikon. Just stand up. Like, and Apex, can you stand up?
What you doing with all that height? Okay. All right.
I know, right? He said, what you do with all
6'8".
that?
Yes, I'm done growing this way, so I just try to grow this way.
You're growing that way. It looks like
He's an unstoppable force.
One crazy thing that we noticed, you have a PhD.
Yeah.
So I don't have it. So it's high misconception. So I was going for it. Long story short, a bunch of students at the school that I was at, we noticed that the school was stealing money from students.
No way.
So a bunch of us transferred, and I was at the part of my dissertation where I had like pretty much like 3 months left. So transferred, and then the school that I was at was like, oh, well, you need 100 credits from our institution to get the piece of paper. And so I was like, well, cool, how long is it gonna take? Like another 3 years. And it's like,
No.
and I just started the channel too, so I was like,
You don't have time.
and my advisor was like, well, you have the knowledge, so it's either you want to pay us for the piece of paper, or you're fine just having the knowledge. So
Right.
I unfortunately did not get it, but I was this close.
Well, at least you have the
got the
knowledge.
Yeah, that's what I say.
everything.
That's the
That's what
most
I say.
important thing.
That's what I say. So knowledge is important, kids.
Educational
Knowledge
psychology.
is
So
important.
was it like
Mark Zuckerberg.
children, all ages, mainly? What was it?
So adolescence.
Adolescents. Okay.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
main thing.
'Cause I teach martial arts, and the majority of people
No,
I teach
that's
is kids.
Alberto.
Okay.
So I was like, oh my god, this
Inside.
is awesome. I got to pick your brain on that.
Yeah, dude. So my focus was children's autism, pretty much. So because while going through educational psychology, I ended up taking this autism course, and it was like 3 days a week and like 2-3 hours. But then every once in a while, my teacher would bring in parents that were dealing with kids that were dealing with autism, and so they would tell us these stories where they have videos of them when they're kids and they're reacting typically to everything, responding to their names, and they're super active. And then one day, like they just lose everything.
Damn.
And so it's like there's not enough people in the field to help with a lot of the stuff dealing with autism. So I just wanted to try to do what I could.
awesome.
Yeah, because the majority, like 20% or 30% of my students are Asperger's or they're on the
Yeah.
spectrum. So it's something I'm dealing with. But
What's interesting, so I was helping a kid, so we do like a lot of language stuff, trying to teach him certain words and things like that. And so he had a thing where he would just kind of scream randomly, whatever time. So I said, why don't we? I was wrestling at the time. I'm in college. I said, why don't we bring him to a show?
Yeah.
Like I don't know, because in public places he just kind of he freaks out, and it's more to explain than we can just chill at home.
Yeah.
I said, well, at a wrestling show you can kind of do whatever you want. So just bring him out, just try it out.
Yeah.
So we sit him first row, and I come out, and he's losing his mind, just screaming, ah. But then there's this moment that you see where he sees everybody else around him is screaming too, and just like, acting the exact same, and it like a light bulb kind of goes off, and he's like, oh, all right, perfect. Everybody's doing this.
Yeah.
And so it kind of like,
fits,
you could see him just kind of get more involved in
That's
social
awesome.
interaction that
Yeah,
way.
that's
So
that's the biggest thing, I think, finding the right environment for them. Not so
Yeah.
much changing them, but finding a place where they can excel.
exactly.
That's awesome.
So you're doing that before
That's dope.
WWE?
Yeah.
Because one thing I love about WWE is they do so much with like Make-A-Wish, and they're like, right? And like
Yeah, man.
always trying to go out of their way to help. I just showed you the video of John Cena.
Yep.
John Cena, like one time I went to the gym, and like I just love seeing people. Like obviously it's sad, but like I saw a kid at the gym with like, you know, he had like Down syndrome, and he was working out, and I saw him wearing like John Cena everything, and I just got so
100%.
excited. I'm like, I love that. And there was a video of him going to the front row and helping. Like there was a kid like that too that had some disabilities, and he was wearing just all John Cena gear.
Were those
He just goes
wrestlers?
out of his way to
Was that
get-
in
They're
New York?
childhood heroes. You guys are childhood heroes.
Was that in New York?
Yeah, seriously, they are kids.
No,
like,
that was here.
really look up.
Okay.
look
I had
up to wrestlers.
superhero action figures, Dragon Ball Z action figures, and then wrestlers.
Yeah.
That's what I played.
Dude,
They're
I
so important.
I had the whole like wrestling ring, like
Yeah.
the little slingshot thing for like the top ropes and stuff.
That's the thing. Everybody's got some memory
loved
to it.
it,
yeah.
But to that point, like even when you're little and you're like, oh, I want to be a wrestler. Like all you really see is like the lights and the traveling and like all this action stuff. But like when you actually start doing it, like the coolest thing for me that changed was the first time that we went to a children's hospital. and like seeing their faces light up. Like
Yeah.
these kids are dealing with stuff that like I've never even like imagined
Yeah.
going through, and they're like 5, 6, 7 years old. So that aspect of it became like why I continue to do it, because
Yeah.
like for whatever reason they see us on TV and they see us as these role models, and it's like
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people say like, oh, I'm a role model, I didn't ask for this. It's like, well, you're in that position.
Yeah.
so
In
that
you
position.
use it to the best of your ability.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah,
So
and from their perspective too, they're like watching you every night,
Exactly.
and then to meet you, it's probably like insane. For
Yeah.
them, dude. You like make their whole entire life.
it's so cool, but just to be able to do that and like be that for somebody is like it's like the coolest experience ever.
It is a
That was so
priceless.
cool.
Yeah,
If
man.
I was a kid and
Really
then
priceless.
like Stone Cold came in, like he
Yeah,
would
right.
like a god. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like that's it's like that type of thing.
If I
I'm
ever
like,
he just
saw
kicks
Jeff
you.
Hardy-
I'm like Stone Cold.
Do it! 619, yo.
I will tell you, so I'm the last person to get stunned at,
Really?
at WrestleMania. At yeah.
Oh my god, that's incredible.
Trying to keep
Dude,
the
no
record.
way. I
Trying
need
to
to
keep
pull
the
that
record
up.
alive.
I need to pull this up.
Dude, okay, we saw a clip of, I didn't even know the boogeyman was back. I'm just curious how you actually ate the worms.
I know. I almost.
Are those real worms? Or you actually ate real worms?
Bro.
But
When they told you
as
had
a
to eat
kid,
real
every time I
worms,
see
like, what was your
boogeyman, I
reaction?
used to be so grossed out by that.
So the thing is, nobody told me. I went up to him and I was like, "Hey, you want to make this video?"
No way.
And he was like, "Yeah, of course." And then I was like, "So what do you do? Like, when do you switch the worms out?" He was like,
No.
"I don't switch the worms out." But I already
committed.
Like, okay, yeah. we
Oh,
were
so
like-
it was your idea for
yeah.
the promo?
Yeah.
Oh my
It's like,
God.
oh, this will be funny. But then he's like, no, it's you either got to do it or not. And I'm the kind of person like if we're and this is probably bad, but this is like the wrestling thing in me. Like once the camera's on, like
You gotta go.
I'm game for whatever. Like
Yeah.
let's do
Those
it.
worms,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah.
just slamming those
Honestly,
worms.
that one of the best feuds was Big Boogeyman and Mini Boogeyman,
Oh,
Finley and
yeah.
Hornswoggle. Does anyone
Oh,
remember?
Oh my god, dude,
He'd hide under
Hornswoggle.
the ring and
Yeah, but they had a Mini Boogeyman too, and they had like a feud for like a month.
that's
Yeah.
that.
Hornswoggle's
bit
hilarious.
was
If you
awesome.
you
He's
like
still-
if you like
he's
stuff
still
like
there,
that,
right?
so he's not there anymore.
Oh,
but
okay.
right before he left, it was him against a guy named Torito, and so he was with these guys, Los Matadores, and so
Okay.
he would dress up like as a bull.
Yeah.
And so him versus Hornswoggle in these matches, they're so good, so good.
Dude, everything about the WWE, dude. Honestly, like,
my God.
usually like one of our other roommates, he's not here, but like we literally would spend hours just talking about WWE.
Oh, yeah, Norton.
We
Norton
can,
loves
we can
WWE.
always like even now we're gonna have to cut ourselves off like at a certain time. But we can always stay for hours.
Norton was here, it'd be
Questions
over.
all day.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
what? Since you've been in the WWE, what was like your favorite like best moment where like you were in a match and like something crazy happened, or like I don't know, like what's
Most
been like your
memorable?
craziest like top moment in the WWE?
I'll
Like,
probably have to say, so at WrestleMania, I think 3 years ago, we got to do an entrance. So we have the cereal, Bootios.
Yeah.
And so we got to come out of a cereal box as the toys, but we were wearing Saiyan armor. And I had my hair done up like Vegeta.
That's
like, it was the dopest thing. And this is where my spite comes in. So 2 years before that, I had on a Vegeta shirt that says over 9,000. It's like, okay, this is cool. I'll wear this. And then someone told me, oh no, you can't wear that. Don't wear that. That's not like what you should be doing. And it's like, you don't know me. You don't know what I should be doing. Like, get out of here. And so I got like a slap on the wrist for that. And I was like, you know what? I saw Ronda Rousey wear it the next Mania because she was there, like, The Rock pulled her out of the crowd. And she was wearing the same shirt. And I was like, hold on. So someone else can wear it, but I can't wear it? So then in my brain, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to wear a Vegeta shirt. I'm just going to be Vegeta. I was like, one day I'm going to get it. That was the day.
And Vegeta is a perfect character for Spite. That's why his name is, bro.
And if we really break it down, so you guys all watch Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah.
So, okay, so Vegeta, I used to be a Goku guy, but I'm a Vegeta guy now because when you look at it, he's a better human than Goku is.
Yeah.
He takes care of his kid.
Yep.
Where's Goku? He's never taking care of him. Vegeta's there for Trunks, training him, making sure Bulma's okay, protecting them.
Goku's just out.
Yeah, that's kind of true. That's low key true.
Goku's just trying to be the strongest.
Yeah.
Goku's
Goku is like a Star Wars dad. They just always dip. They never take care of their kids.
That's low key true.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay. I mean, this is just random, but one match I always thought was insane was the Mick, because you brought up Mick Foley, the one with him and Undertaker, the Hell in the Cell.
Yeah.
We got thrown off. As a wrestler now, like, how crazy is like that he went through that to
It's
you?
insane. Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Mick Foley's a crazy person.
Dude,
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know
it,
what
bro.
happened.
How does he? Bro, he gets
You know,
like
but this one
slammed
match,
into thumbtacks. He falls.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, I've seen it.
that was
I've
that
seen
one
all
match.
of
He
that.
got thrown off,
And he
slammed
keeps
into-
getting up
Yeah.
and getting slammed.
Yeah.
His tooth was in his nose
Yeah.
at one point.
It was
Bro,
coming through his lip.
They
Yeah,
have thumbtacks like in their back.
it's literally the
and, like,
craziest.
Yeah.
it's
like-
so
Dude, Mick
it's so
Foley is
cringy.
like the most savage wrestler, dude.
So wild.
I watched.
Dude, he's
Can you put it on?
You haven't seen this?
No.
Bro, this is the craziest.
Good catch, guys.
Good
Oh,
catch.
yo,
Got
quick
you.
reaction
Got
time
you.
right here.
You gotta.
Athleticism.
Bro, you have to watch the actual full match later. But he
With this
basically
off the cell.
he got thrown off the cell. He got thrown into
coming towards the
thumbtacks
computer.
like 3 times.
I'm gonna have to make a rotation towards you.
And that wasn't like, weren't they actually trying to like stop the match and he just wouldn't stop it? That's what I heard. I don't know.
I don't know. So a lot of stuff like this, I don't. So I know Mick, and we're cool,
Yeah.
but I never ask him about like
Yeah.
the specifics because there's certain magic
Yeah.
that happened when I watch it, and I don't want it.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
Dude, like this is actually so insane.
Bro, how do their bodies and
He's right though, honestly.
It's so true.
Yeah.
You don't want to get ruined.
Yeah.
It's like this is so awesome.
So awesome.
And it's like I get it because like I do this, so I know like what's going on. But
Oh,
for that
what's-
part,
what's it? He's
from
got
seeing it when I was a little kid,
What's the most like intense thing you've done?
the most intense thing that
That's
I've
so
done.
crazy.
Thank you.
Perfect catch. Oh, throw is what I meant. yeah, both teamwork.
That was absolutely incredible. That handoff. Holy
I don't
shit.
know the craziest thing that I've done.
Like any standout moments that just like you'll never forget. I don't know, like anything's.
You know, also.
So I play trombone at work. That's part
Really?
of it's part of our shtick. And there was a match where I threw a piece of a trombone like across the ring and hit somebody in the back, and I got real bad aim. But it hit him. He was on a ladder, and it hit him right in the back. And it was just such a weird thing. 'Cause it's like you said in Austin Powers, where he's like, "Oh, who throws a shoe?" It's like the crowd was like, "What? What's happening?"
man.
So it's just because of like, the awkwardness and the weirdness of the situation. But I'll say the most intense thing that we've done was recently. So we, Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
So with this a few months ago, we had the first like actual tag team Hell in a Cell. It was us versus the Usos, and it was like the end of this big story that we had going on. And there was a moment where they handcuffed my partner Big E to the rope so he couldn't get to me, and then they handcuffed me and put the handcuffs over the top of like the post of the ring. So I'm hanging and I can't do anything. And they pull out kendo sticks and they start beating me in the ribs. So I have like scars all on my ribs from
No
it.
way.
So that's probably the most intense thing.
That's
No
like,
sticks with your arms
bro,
above
that's
your head.
horrifying.
Terrible. After the first one hit, and it was like, okay,
This is real.
cool, I got this. And then it was like crack, 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 crack. But it's cool because you could hear the crowd like, oh my God. And then it just got quieter and quieter because people were like,
Yeah, this is
like
like
stop. So it's cool because we were able to like pull people in
Yeah.
and like make them feel not what
That's
I was
awesome.
feeling, but
Right.
like
They're just
you know what I'm
emotionally
saying?
like
Yeah.
invested in the.
And that's
in
the whole
fight,
thing. It's the
yeah.
same thing like with you guys and your fans. People like you because they're emotionally attached.
Right,
And that's
engaged.
just the same thing with wrestling. With anything, once there's an emotional attachment, then everybody can enjoy everything a lot more.
Some of the
Do you guys,
storylines
like-
are so good.
Do you guys do any like practice runs on these matches beforehand, or
No.
just
So
straight into it?
so without ruining too much of the magic, it's essentially you're going out there and it's physical improvisation. So being able to, so it's like, okay, so if we take like live streaming, you listen to your audience and what do you guys want to see? What do you want to
Yeah.
do? So we're listening to them with our ears. So if we do
Damn,
something and
that's
they're
dope.
and they're loud, we keep doing that.
That's
But if they're
awesome.
quiet, we change it up.
That's awesome.
But we're
So
it's all
you
improv.
kind of just wing it. That's,
That's
lit.
awesome, man.
I love winging it.
Yeah. Then you'd be all
I've
right.
been winging it my whole life. I don't know how I'm here right now. Actually, that's awesome.
That's how dude, I don't know.
It's
There-
so true.
Like you keep saying magic, and it's such a good word for the WWE. Like there's just some magic about
Dude,
it.
it is like I watch like every sport, but like watching WWE growing, bro. Like after you watch WWE, you start wrestling your friends. Like it is
Bro,
the
that's
craziest.
what made me
The
like,
moves,
I
the
stopped
moves,
watching
the
sports when I started watching. I was like a huge sports fan, and then like I found WWE like 5th, 6th grade.
Bro, I don't
That's
know.
when I started
I don't know if
watching.
you guys ever. I don't know if you guys ever watched this, but like trampoline wrestling on YouTube.
Yeah, I've seen some.
Dude, that's like all I used to watch when I was younger.
We don't recommend that.
Definitely not.
Yo,
That's probably
it's crazy because
dangerous.
I've watched like wrestling the least out of everyone here, but like I've probably RKO'd more people than like, seriously. It's so true.
Yeah, we actually had to retire it recently.
Oh yeah, no, like because I would like
Yeah.
tell people to look like oh what is that, and then they would look and I'll be like. And I got that from my boy, and I would just like do that. It got to a point where people like stopped like trusting me when I tell them.
Yeah,
to
You got me
listen.
3 times in one night. Man, it's unnecessary.
Is Randy Orton is he still wrestling?
Yeah, Randy Orton's there.
Yeah.
And what's cool is he's huge into Monster Hunter.
Really?
Yeah, we got him playing games, and so he was like big into Zelda, and he just got into Monster Hunter.
No
so
way.
It's like it kind of blows my mind because like, yeah, I watched him like before I was wrestling, and like he's a dude, you know.
Yeah.
And now we like text about Monster Hunter.
Now he's even more than dude.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, cool, perfect.
That's awesome.
So you have your own action figures now too?
Yes.
Coming out?
Yes. So we had a couple different figures. My favorite would probably be so again back to the Bootios, the cereal.
Yeah.
So it's like the coolest packaging for a toy I've ever seen. It looks like the cereal box, but when you open it up, it's like all 3 of our figures wearing the gear that we wore that WrestleMania.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
So
Wow.
it's so sick.
So the
I gotta see
the
one of
kids
those.
these days, he's gonna be there.
I
sitting
know.
there just like, which is awesome.
That's
All the young kids are now
Dude, I literally
watching
like.
Xavier Woods
I
body
don't know. I don't even know how old I was when I first started watching because my brothers are really into it. My brother still
Yeah,
watches
yeah.
the thing. But my youngest memory, or not youngest, but one of my youngest memories, just to show how young I was. I remember it was like a feud between who was it? It was Stone Cold. And, who did I always chant "You suck" at?
Angle.
Kurt Angle.
Yes.
There you go, thank you.
Yes.
And I remember like he's
OG.
coming out, everyone's chanting "You suck," and I like, asked my mom, like, "Can I please chant you suck?" Please. And she let me, and I was so hyped. Can I please? Because you know it's a bad word.
Yeah. Kurt Angle is he's like a manager or something now, right?
So he's over on Raw. He's like the general manager, so he's like kind of oversees everything that's going on. But yeah, he's back. He went to the Hall of Fame last WrestleMania.
That's dope.
What was the process to get into that?
So okay, my dad told me treat it just like any other job. So like have a resume, have a cover letter. It's like since you're wrestling, you need to show them stuff. Have like a DVD with like pictures, matches on it, whatever. I don't know if you guys remember this. You could light scribe CDs. Does that ring a bell? Anybody?
Light
I
What
don't
do you
know.
mean
Light
light
scribe?
scribe?
So light scribe was like yeah, so you could like burn an image onto
Oh
it.
yeah.
You could put the video music on it, but then you could actually burn a picture onto the CD.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
Oh, I've
yes.
never seen that.
Yeah,
I've
you-
seen that.
Yeah, so
I've seen that.
so it was
Too
like
young for that.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Those are my times. Like you make your own mixtape and you just
Like put your face on it and stuff.
I did it where it's like you get a CD and like you burn it, on, like you go in your iTunes and you burn it all into a CD and you
Yeah.
just put that in a little thing and go out to the pool and chill.
Yeah.
But I never I never had the thumbnail on the CD. Though.
Yeah, so that was what we
lit.
used to do. Back in the day. So
Should have told me.
so I wrestled a bunch of places, get some recordings of matches, made like business cards, and I put a whole folder together. And so I just mailed it to them, like, hey, this is my resume. And this was when I was in college, so I didn't get into it getting picked up then, because I got a letter back saying, oh, you know what, right now you're not necessarily what we're looking for, but you know, thanks for reaching out. Sent it to a bunch of other places, ended up wrestling around just constantly for like 2.5 years, sent my stuff again. And at that point, they were like, okay, cool, you've made a name for yourself, you're working hard, we can see like you actually like want to do this. And then they brought me in.
That must
so
have been
dope.
such a crazy feeling.
Dude, it's weird because that's where you want to be. WWE is the pinnacle,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like when you put in for a job that you want, your dream job, and you get told no, it's like, man, that sucks.
Yeah.
But to their credit, they liked my determination, the fact that I wasn't just like, oh, we said no, so he stopped. Okay, cool, yeah, he doesn't have what it takes. But it's like we said no, and so he kept working for like the next 2.5 to 3 years,
Yeah.
and he really wants it, so yeah, let's give him a shot.
That's awesome.
And so
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
But
Dope, bro.
how did
3
you
years
get
just grinding,
introduced?
I was
Like
like
like your first like
Building a name.
introduction, like when nobody like in the WWE really like the fans and stuff didn't really know of you.
So you know R-Truth?
Yeah.
So okay, so I came in essentially just like as his buddy. I was friends with R-Truth.
ran-
I literally just showed up and R-Truth did his entrance and I was with him and then he's like, oh yeah, this is my friend Xavier Woods. And everyone's like, cool. And then things just happened from there.
What a really cool like way someone got introduced to Santino Marella. I don't know if you guys remember.
In
this.
Mississauga.
Yeah.
Yo.
No, they were in Italy. It was like a live show,
Yeah.
and then he was just in the audience, and they're like, "Who wants to fight Umaga?" And they
Yeah.
brought him in, and he
Dude,
beat
so
Umaga.
dope.
And then he
Wait, I don't.
he
I
wore
don't
hella
like
fun.
Yo,
Is
I
he
don't
still-
think
he
they
wore
were
like
in
a-
Italy.
Yeah, they were in Italy.
For the first time that we ever saw him. Which the only way that I think he saw that match was on like a VHS.
See, they
Yeah,
weren't in Italy.
He had,
bro.
he had
They
an
were for
accent,
that.
right?
They were in Italy, yeah. They
They were for that,
Did?
yeah. But then when you
Did he
saw him
have
on
an accent
TV
since
for the
he
first
never
time,
went?
I think it was in Mississauga.
Yeah, it was
I do
because
think
my
so.
friend,
Oh, really?
all my friends went.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't
You're
know.
Canadian?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm thinking of
You're Canadian too?
No, but I love Mississauga.
You guys so happy.
Hey, you love Mississauga? That's awesome.
It's the best. It's the best.
It is the best.
Every flight there's a good chicken place up there.
Yeah, there is. There's,
so good.
dude, I don't know why, bro. I'm not even like. It's so funny you say that, bro. There's so many good food places.
Food's so
there.
The
good.
Brazilian steakhouse
so
there is
good.
amazing.
It is. There's so much good stuff.
People
there.
always
It's
ask me
crazy.
like, "Oh, you're going to Toronto? What are you gonna do?" It's like, "Well, first I'm gonna go to Mississauga, get some food, and then we'll go to the show." Like,
Burrito
why
boys?
Mississauga? I'm like,
Really?
"It's
The
the best.
food's that good?
It's the best."
Yeah, no, food in Canada is just like better in
If
general.
you thought
Like,
Chipotle
they
was
don't
good,
put the other chemicals.
Burrito Boys in Canada. Is
Oh my God.
Norton was like hyping it up. And
Shout out to Burrito Boy.
Like not this past summer, but remember we went to Canada
Yeah.
for Nick's birthday. He took us there and like they had Burrito Boys at the Brazilian steakhouse. We could gamble because we were 18. We were legal. So I was like, holy. This is awesome, bro. I can legally, you know.
It's like a might stay here.
Alex when he gets into
RBV.
this.
One thing we do on our podcast, we have a lot of Twitter questions. We tweet out and have a lot of fans ask some stuff. So I think we got a couple here for you.
Okay.
And let's see.
This is from
Cordtree.
Cordtree _ He asked, "What is your favorite game of all time?
Mario
or
Kart Double
Or what do you
Dash.
think is the best game of all time?"
You already
Dash.
said it.
Mario Kart Double Dash.
Mario
That
Kart.
get on GameCube?
GameCube.
Lit.
That's the game.
Smash
Cube.
Bros. Smash Bros.
Cube.
I'm not good at Smash Bros. I like watching people play Smash Bros.
Bro,
Especially if they rock ice climbers and they do the wobbling thing.
we're
Yeah,
really
that stuff
into
is
Smash. Or
crazy.
we used to really be into Smash.
Yeah.
At FaZe House.
Double
dude.
Dash. Did you ever play the Mario Party on N64?
Of course.
That's amazing. That's one of the
Such a
best
good
games
game.
ever. And nobody. That's so.
I
slept
played
on.
no.
The
I
original-
Yeah.
never played a lot of
got
that.
to try
Mario
That
Party
had
1,
three
2,
brothers, so we
3.
always played it.
Yeah.
The original one, amazing.
So okay, and you guys play shooters. Like, do you ever bring back like GoldenEye?
Yeah, I grew up on.
Okay.
Yeah, I
have you ever introduced? Because you're how old are you?
I'm 20.
He's 20. So GoldenEye
No,
was
We're too
before
young
you.
for
Yeah,
that.
way
I've
too old.
never
Just
heard of
like-
GoldenEye.
Never even heard of GoldenEye.
No, yeah,
I've never
I
even
played
heard of
James
GoldenEye,
Bond.
GoldenEye,
Yeah.
James Bond.
I never.
Duke Nukem on
The
PC,
first
great.
like
Yeah,
gaming
Duke
thing I
Nukem.
got was
Which
the
one was
GameCube.
first, Duke
And it was
Nukem or
always
Duke?
Mario Party.
Okay,
Duke
Mario
Nukem's
Party.
lit.
Dude,
you guys,
it
you got to do
hold on,
something
is
where you're
that
showing
that
them
game?
GoldenEye.
Huh?
You got to do something where you're showing
Yeah,
them
that's
GoldenEye.
honestly
Yeah,
a great
yeah,
That
game.
game is so dope.
I actually
So good.
played it
Dude.
recently. I played it last
Are you
week
kidding?
actually.
Yeah.
64.
What?
Why is
Yeah.
John Cena on there?
This game is
Yeah.
so lit.
Yeah,
Duke
Duke
Nukem?
Nukem.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was
Oh my
something
God.
I saw something on the internet
What is he
saying
saying?
that Cena might play Duke Nukem.
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
He's
Yeah, he's
all
on. He's like.
I had
all
a
over.
question for you. Have you ever met Stephen Amell?
Yes.
Dude, that's so lit. He's the Green Arrow. That's the Green Arrow.
Yeah. Yeah. So he came in. He wrestled with us.
Yeah, I know. I
matches.
remember he had like a special guest cameo at one of the headliner events.
Yeah.
And he like came and fought Goldust.
He was on a team with Stardust. Or no,
Yeah,
no,
Stardust.
no, against Stardust.
Yeah, he was fighting
He was
Stardust.
with Neville. Yeah.
But like that was so lit, like the Green Arrow in the WWE.
Dude, and he's
what was
so
that
cool.
like?
He's so cool. So a lot of times people come in and they might not necessarily be wrestling fans, which is fine.
Yeah.
So we're like showing them how like our world works. But like Mel came in and he was like in it already.
He's
Like
so-
he knew everything. He wanted to train and figure out how to do stuff. Like just super enthusiastic. So he's probably like my favorite non-wrestling person that's come in to do.
sick.
Because he's the
stuff.
Green
super
Arrow,
cool.
dude.
Yeah,
He
right?
can do that. He does like
I
awesome.
forgot.
Bro, he does all his stunts though in the show. Like he does all that.
Really?
You ever seen someone like be on a pull-up bar and like go boom up one, boom, like
Yeah.
He did that?
He does that like.
That's dope.
What are those called?
Light
Like
work.
muscle.
Bro, I don't know, but he's jacked and he's
said-
sick with the crossbow or the bow and arrow, and he saved Star City so many times. We all just gotta just really appreciate.
You
what
said
he's
Stardust?
Yeah.
Isn't
Cody
it back
Rhodes?
tonight?
Yeah.
doing. No, Flash.
Did
is
you even
back
know
tonight.
that? You know Cody
What?
Rhodes?
Yeah.
You know he turned into like gold.
Yeah, I
you
know that, yeah.
They're real brothers.
Yeah, yeah.
I know that was.
Cody Rhodes
First of those
always
weird.
wore that mask, right? And then
Yeah,
he,
back
and then
in
he
the day.
changed.
Yeah.
What? We have one more question.
Well,
Rhodes was
let's
in
do
a.
this one.
That makes sense now because he was in Arrow. He was in an Arrow
Yep.
episode. I
That
just
episode
remembered
was so
that.
good too.
Dude, I just remembered. I was like,
But we have time.
holy shit, that's so trippy. That all just clicked
We
for
have 30
me.
minutes. Last question comes from IC Gengar. He asked, who has been your favorite opponent in WWE and why?
Probably the Usos. And it's because, so I've always loved tag team wrestling since I was a kid. I thought it was the best. So being able to kind of shine more of a light on it with them as our opponents was
Those feuds are
unreal.
cool, yeah.
Because like we had like months to do that and to be able to set up something cool and to give the fans something awesome to watch and to be able to, like I was talking about earlier, that to end it at Hell in a Cell and be the first like actual tag team Hell in a Cell match to ever happen in history. Like it's
That's awesome.
That's exciting. Yo.
So when you guys do those tag teams though, like which two of you are usually the ones?
we have a rotation
Okay.
that we do.
Okay,
So
cool.
and it's just like it's like our in-house thing between me and Kofi and you.
Oh, you guys decide?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
So it
dope.
depends because like if it's Kofi and I, we call that Speed Force because we're both fast.
Yeah.
lit.
And then if it's me and E, it's Muscle Bomb.
He's huge.
Muscle. And then if it's Kofi and E, it's Hops and Powers. Because if you look at the spectrum, so it's E's the muscle, Kofi's the speed and athleticism,
And you're both?
then I'm in the middle. Yeah, I'm the
Okay.
hybrid. So it all works together.
So what happens like when you actually win the belt? Like, how do you guys share the belt?
Oh, we share.
Alright.
It's called it originated as what's called the Freebird rule, because Freebirds were a team back in the day, and they were a 3-guy team, and so they just kind of rotate who had the
belt,
belts.
yeah.
So, but
Okay,
when 2 of them became champion, all 3 became champion, and so we kind of adopted that. Now it's the New Day rule, and so it's also cool because we got to induct those guys into the Hall of Fame a few
Oh,
years
that's
ago.
awesome.
So it's cool because there's like
That's
definitely
awesome.
parallels between us.
That's cool.
And then when you have the belt, do you guys literally like take it with you while you're traveling everywhere?
And when we're going to airports and people see it in X-rays, they're like, "Oh, I gotta stop you and randomly check your bag." I'm like,
They're all
"Just wanna
putting
see
it on.
Yeah,
Have him pull it out.
yeah. It's like I gotta make this fight. Like, come
That's
on.
my
had
my
so many
championship
fake
belt,
belts.
yo.
Dude,
Where's the bag?
I had like, dude, like
You're getting bodied.
so many fake belts.
So did I.
I even spent like I remember when Edge threw John Cena's, or was it John Cena who threw the WWE Championship belt into the water?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that spinner one, like the actual one.
Dude, that was crazy when he did that.
Dude, it's so nuts. That's like a
That's-
very iconic
Yeah.
area. Stuff always gets thrown in there. And then I think there was one time we did something where somebody threw something in there and then went in and got it. And then like 2 weeks later, they found like sharks in there.
No way.
Really?
No way.
It's like-
Oh my god.
Yeah. Guess not going back in there.
You'll catch me
Dude,
near
they
there.
do so many cool things. Like I remember Randy Orton like got attacked in his house, or like
No, he attacked John Cena's
oh yeah,
dad
he
in his
attacked.
house.
Yeah, no, but there was another one.
There was something crazy like that where someone got attacked
Yeah,
in
in their house,
I don't
yeah.
remember. I know what you're talking about though. Do you know what it was?
Yeah, so there's been a couple of things like that where they'll go to somebody's
Bro,
house.
it was someone just like some
kind of
TV
insane.
went to someone's
Yeah.
house,
Weird.
and there was one in a grocery store too. You
Yeah,
remember that
there's
one?
been some
Yeah.
crazy
There's one in a
ones.
grocery store. There's wrestling in a grocery store and shit.
It's Stone Cold fighting Booker T, I think. Yeah,
Yeah, it was Booker
Yeah,
T.
Dude, Booker T.
It's ridiculous. It's
Was it
ridiculous.
Rooney?
But that's the thing that,
He's the
that
king
kind
of
of
the
sets
ring.
it apart
Rooney.
from everything. It's like, so yeah, you got all these other TV shows and they're awesome dramas or comedies, whatever. But like WWE is a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And there's something for everybody. So like even if you're watching and you don't like me or my dudes, you might like the people who are on the next segment or the one
Yeah.
after that. So it's like
There's
a
so
variety
much
show
shit going
for
on.
So-
everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
That's
still
awesome.
3 hours?
Yeah. So Raw's 3 hours and SmackDown's 2 hours.
It's crazy how they,
Yeah.
the writers are insane. Like
Yeah.
they deserve so much credit for being able to put that. But it seems like you guys improvise a lot too. So a lot of it
Yeah,
goes on
definitely,
you guys.
definitely.
Is there ever like mistakes when you guys are like in matches, like who is supposed to win, or like I don't know how to explain it, like not like mistakes, just like
Well,
like when you're like fighting and stuff, like if you did something you weren't supposed to do, and like
Well, I answer like this. So since it's live TV, if it happened, it was supposed to happen.
yeah.
That's how we talk about live TV.
That's good.
You watch a
If it
Flash.
happened, then hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. 'Cause I heard you say Speed Force, and I was like,
He's been thinking
you know what
about
I'm
it the whole
talking
time.
about, dude.
It all came from watching Arrow, and I saw him. I was like, oh, I gotta watch.
I watched
Flash.
Arrow first too, yo. I'm waiting for a particle accelerator to be made. Go outside during a lightning
Dude,
storm.
literally, there's like a million
Not
questions
kidding.
that I would love
Well,
to
I have questions for you guys.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so you guys own teams.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. I want to be like you guys. What does it take to own a team? How do I get to that level?
Ask these
So-
two.
Apex is good at it.
Well, what we own right now was, so we started off as just like a YouTube channel, basically, with like a group of guys. He was one of we both kind of came in like, 7, 8 years ago?
Yeah.
It's been a minute. So
Yeah.
we started off as just like a YouTube channel, then slowly expanded, and then esports started getting big. You watch esports
Yeah.
at all?
Yeah.
For sure. So Call of Duty was the first team we picked up because that was the game we were stuck on. And then slowly we just expanded out to Counter-Strike, and now Overwatch, Rainbow Six now. So just slow, as time went, we just started like buying teams basically. But it started off Call of Duty. We just had like people that wanted to represent us at events because we're like the biggest Call of Duty organization.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, now it's a lot different. But when we first got into it, it was kind of just like there was
was
really,
just
like,
Call
no
of
money
Duty.
in it. So everyone was just like, oh, like will you pay for our flights? Like we'll be FaZe, like you
Yeah.
know. But now it's obviously like this huge business. But
Player
it is really cool. Have you ever been to like an esports event?
Yeah, I
You have?
played at Evo last year.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So, but I bounce around to as many tournaments as I can get to. So like, I play Tekken, and I try to be good at it. I play,
Try to be good.
oh yeah, I mean, if you want to go, my king is nasty. You can come get power bomb.
Oh, King?
Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
man.
There's
Let's
chain
do it.
throws, bro.
I'm kind of.
I think you guys are gonna play, right?
I'm down to play.
Yeah, you gotta play.
So it's like that.
I grew up playing
challenge.
Tekken. So.
Dragon Ball Fighters. I'm really big into Windjammers.
Okay.
It's like Pong, but way better. Super simple to play, but like hard to master. But I'm trying to like, I don't know, the past like 4 or 5 years maybe, just been pushing that, trying to get that on like the main stage at Evo, because we've had tournaments at Evo for it, but just trying to push.
Yeah, so I feel like we're like, both the esports that you follow versus what we follow is a little different.
Yeah,
but,
a tad.
but it's still all attached, which is awesome. Like,
Yeah.
So you see esports and like how it is, and the scene's huge. Like I don't know, it's something I feel like a lot of people don't know, and they'll like see something like, wow, like
It's gotten
what
so
is this?
big
Yeah.
since we like first got the CS:GO team. I
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
thought it would be like this massive.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's wild. So like even so, we were talking about Overwatch. So I was watching
Yeah.
the end of stage 1, and I was telling them this because I went to the Overwatch League last week.
Yeah.
So I'm at the gym, like watching the deal on the stream, and then watching Spitfire come back was insane. I'm like freaking out in public, and people are like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm watching Overwatch." I'm like, "What is that?" Like, "Oh, it's like." To explain to people like, oh, it's a shooting game, and they go, "Oh, well, why are you watching people play video games?" And like, they're playing for $100,000 right now, and then they're like, "Oh, let me see this." It's weird that people that aren't in the community, they respond to like seeing that there's money in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And it's like,
Yeah, because that's the thing that everyone knows. It's like
Yeah.
they might not know video games, but they know money.
Yeah.
So,
It's dope though, cause like now we watch basketball on TBS and like TNT, and like it'll just pop up, and like one of our players on our CS team is just standing there like this, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh, check out the
he
East
just pops
Mage.
up.
Like, oh, hell yeah. It's
I
cool.
hate that
Just with a
misconception.
FaZe logo on there, it's awesome.
When people say like, "Oh, why do you watch people play video games?"
Yeah.
I'm like, people watch people play basketball.
Exactly.
You're playing a game. Like,
Exactly.
you're not playing it yourself. It's the same exact thing.
Like, oh,
If you
people
like
just,
the game,
people just
you wanna
sitting
watch people
there
play it.
pressing buttons, and it's like,
Mom never got
and
that.
it's the same thing.
It's the same exact
Same
thing.
thing.
If you like the game or the sport,
You're
you want to watch it
entertained.
play.
Yeah.
If you like playing it, you like watching it. And seeing
You're
it happen. So
engaged
it's the
in
same
watching
thing.
someone just get lit in the game.
And people
kill
say
it.
like, well, it's a video game. Like, but to be good at it, you have to put just as much time
Exactly.
in as
It's a
if
game.
you're
It's a
catching
game.
a
It's
ball.
Still a
It's like-
talent. It's-
yeah.
People don't
Dude,
know like
the
our,
new game that came like to be good at Fortnite, you actually have to play so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every game.
Facts.
Even like our Counter-Strike team, they practice what, like 6 hours a day, 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
They watch replays, they make strats. Like it's
Yeah.
just like any sport would be. Like people
And how
don't
long have they
understand.
been
Put in
playing?
so much
They've been
hours.
playing for 15
some of them
years.
have 15 years, 10 years.
Yeah.
Like,
And when they
crazy.
play on those days they play, their matches are so long, and they sometimes have like 3 matches, like
It's like a mental
hours on
strain,
hours
too,
on
yeah.
end.
Yeah.
And they just sit there and like they gotta
Oh,
stay
no,
focused
that drains
and
you
locked
too.
in.
Like
Yeah.
I'll play like 3 games of Counter Strike, and then I'm like, after that it's like,
So
okay,
yeah,
I'm
so
like,
imagine competing with like
I need to chill out for a little
breathe.
bit. Like,
imagine
Yeah.
competing
That's how I
with
never
like
got
thousands of
into
people
Counter-Strike.
around you watching. And
Yeah.
it's
For
$1 million
hella
on
money.
the line.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People watch poker and golf, and then they say, "Why do people watch people with video games?"
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
It's like I'm watching a guy like look at his cards.
They put it back down.
It's like, yeah, I'm gonna watch somebody play Street Fighter or Counter Strike.
of course. What are you talking about?
That's awesome.
So you said you played Tekken in all those games, and
Yeah.
I heard you guys challenge each other. So
Hey, you know, I grew
gonna
up playing Tekken in an arcade, so
Well,
I think
let's
I'll
go.
still have it in me.
Let's
go.
we're here to
Still
play.
I gotta
don't
give you
know
now.
what
We gotta
they're
see
doing.
who
Yeah,
take
I
it
gotta
down.
Can we
give
switch
you now.
seats?
So you
CHEO, you're in trouble.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Oh,
Damn.
Chair, you're
About-
screwed.
That's
Look
my
at the
zone.
look at the way he's
Look
holding
how
the
he's
controller.
holding it. Claw.
CHEO,
Gotcha.
you're done.
Is he playing?
He's
Got
definitely
you.
a tournament player. Look at that. He's like, he's already.
Oh, Chair, you're done.
Yo, this actually looks
I
dope.
can't wait to witness this.
Hold on, I gotta get a good angle. Had a cheetah on his head?
He's gonna give.
That's a half cheetah, half man.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, CHEO. I'm gonna go again. I want it again. I want it again.
Oh my God, suplex.
Again. No. Okay, no, it's fine.
okay.
All right. Okay, CHEO.
Okay.
The power.
Run through you with the clothesline, left arm style.
Okay.
Round 2.
Here we go. Going low. Oh, get off me.
That's my move. That's low-key my move. Let's go. That jumping back kick.
Oh, wait, CHEO?
That jumping back kick is like.
That's my move. Are we go 2 out of 3?
We can go to
That's my move right there.
I told you, be the damn bear. They don't
I'm not
lose.
being no bear. I'm not being no bear. Can't see from this far, you know? I need to be
The
closer.
screen's too big. The
Yeah,
screen's
nah,
too
yeah.
big. So many characters.
Like that, like, and that's your favorite one?
So he's my favorite one.
Yo,
This
be
is-
law
this
for
is
me,
Jack.
bro.
He's just a big robot.
Be law for
What was
me.
that?
You should do one that has like a dope ass movie.
What was he got?
Where is it? Where is it?
You know what I
Be
mean?
the bear.
Oh, he's in the top.
Want me to be the bear?
Be the bear, man.
Him or me?
Eddie.
You, be the bear.
Be the
Okay.
bear.
Oh my God, he's the
Or do
bear.
you want the bear or the panda?
The bear.
They're both
I want,
bears.
I want that grizzly bear.
Yo,
Grizzly
be
bear or
law,
panda?
CHEO. Be
The
law.
grizzly bear.
They're both bears.
Why don't you be the panda?
No, I'm not being
You
no
want,
bear.
you, want,
law.
you want the bear with armor or no armor?
No armor.
You gotta be law for me.
Savage bear.
full-on bear.
Full savage bear. Okay.
Be law for me. Yes, young Bruce in the building. I'm gonna do it for you.
Dude, anytime I play Tekken, I would always be Eddie.
Yo, so CHEO, you're law.
I love Eddie. Eddie, yeah, but he's.
Wait.
Get the hook going. Get that hook.
If I do it for this, I'm being.
CHEO, are you law?
Get some Jenga going.
All right.
He's a bear. Are you kidding me?
Trying to train capoeira. We can head outside.
How are you gonna stop?
With the triangle dance.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
let's go.
You got the Jenga down?
I got a little bit.
Hey, let's do
Train
it.
some.
You can't stop a bear, man.
Are you kidding?
NIKAN, it's
Look
you.
it up.
NIKAN, it's you.
Wait.
Bite him.
Oh my God.
Bear
hug.
What a savage.
Where are you gonna go? What's your plan?
You need distance, CHEO, distance. Use your speed. Oh, look at that roundhouse
So much
kick.
speed.
Look at that. Oh,
Oh, the power.
oh my God, he's so big.
He's the grizzly.
Oh no!
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, that's
Beast. Let's go. So close.
It's one hit.
The redlining.
Wait, let's go again.
You gotta focus on the game.
Look at that speed. Look at that speed.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God. Beat his. The bear is so lit. Oh my God. Are you kidding?
Look at
Yes. One more hit. One more hit.
No, not today.
no.
Not today.
Oh no.
Oh, hit.
Yeah.
Oh, the bear is so beat.
final round.
Are you kidding?
Awesome.
Okay.
Let's go. Ooh, nice combo.
Rolling. Play dead, baby.
Okay.
The bear can roll.
Oh my God, what a beast.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'll break his back.
Oh, bro, finish him.
It's not looking good.
Oh my God.
You're not in a good situation.
CHEO, you're done.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Oh, he's got the.
Not yet.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
I told you.
Dude, that was
Even
so
Bruce,
dope.
bro.
No way you came
Damn,
back
that
and
was
knocked
lit.
out a bear.
Dude,
Grizzly bear.
That was lit.
I just lost all my money.
Those things are so strong.
Just been betting on the side on your phone. Oh, what is
You know
that?
how strong
That's the FaZe shake? Okay, I don't.
We're legit bros.
Okay. I can't see it twice. You can never show a head shake twice.
Oh my God, what was that thing?
All right, so.
is the only
What was that monster machine?
Oh, you want Eddie?
Yo, this is the
Eddie boys.
I love Eddie.
It's 2 out of 3.
Eddie boys. Yeah,
This is the final
This is the
match.
final match, yeah.
Okay, so this guy's a boxer. That's Brian. We saw
Brian's
him.
a beast.
Steve is nasty.
Eddie.
Oh my God, they're actually.
Oh,
Is this
Power
Steve?
Wings nasty though. I used to love
Yeah.
that. Bro.
Steve Nash.
Steve.
Yeah, Steve. he's
Yo,
just
who's
all
that?
day.
Who's that machine guy?
Jack.
Jack.
The big robot.
Jack, but he's
No, not him. Not him.
Not him. Okay, I'm letting you pick the character.
Oh, I'm not gonna pick him. You pick your own
Who's
character.
the
I need your
bottom
best
left?
guy.
You do my best?
Who's
I need
bottom
your
left?
best.
Okay.
I need
Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, it's getting real.
You asked for this.
You got him
You
with the
asked for
outkick.
I'm down for this. I'm down for this.
All right.
Put the cheetah back on, man.
Down for this, bro.
Eddie has that Jenga going.
The cheetah. Is it a cheetah or a jaguar?
Jaguar.
I've been saying Cheetos.
It's
for 5
okay.
years.
I'm fighting Barry right now.
It's whatever you want it to be.
I'm fighting Barry.
You make it
Yourself. Honestly, if you want it to be a
Take
fish,
him down, dude.
Yeah.
Look at Barry.
You can actually so
He's been peeing on the couch.
I don't know,
play
but
like
That's
treasure
Barry.
mode, and you unlock stuff.
That's
So you
your
can get a
cat.
fish. You can get different helmets and stuff.
Really?
You can completely change the clothes.
Yeah, the jingle. Watch the jingle.
Yo, Alex, Barry's been peeing on the couch. He's about to get it.
Left foot.
that's very in his final.
Oh no, dude.
You can't touch him.
You are so
That's it.
Oh my God, you're done.
let's go.
You're done for.
Shining Wizard.
Coming. One last hit.
Oh no!
Let's go.
That was strong.
Let's go.
That was nice.
What's the movie where they're
That
doing
was dope, CHEO.
Ooh.
No way you're gonna win.
Good try.
Oh,
Good
baby.
try.
You gotta make it interesting, you know?
Oh, round
That
2.
Jenga though. Come on.
Yo, you're coming out so fast.
You let it happen too early, CHEO.
There you go.
Let's go.
Okay.
Oh my
CHEO's
God.
not giving up, bro.
Okay.
Let's go. Wait, can you finish it right here?
I got help. I got help.
Oos.
Oh, CHEO.
Damn.
No! Give it to me. I wanted it.
No way.
Give it to me.
No way you lost. I thought you won.
CHEO countered it.
Oh, CHEO, what is that?
CHEO, you need that combo right now, dog. You need to bring it in.
CHEO, you need the combo, the special move.
Coming down to the wire. Oh my God, did he do it?
Well, you know, it's one of those things. I'm not gonna come into this nice house that you set up for yourself in front of your friends on your channel and just beat you.
That was insane.
That's because I'm a humble Austin.
That was
You know,
I was scared. I was definitely scared.
yeah. Well, it's one of those things. You know, I'm a nice.
That was
He had to let
intense.
you in, too.
I'm gonna make it hype and creative. I'm gonna create an environment where you want me to come back. And then once at a larger scale, that's when I put the hands on.
Oh, let's
It's
go.
all right. It's like Tom Brady with fourth quarter boys. Like,
That was insane.
Yo, that was sick.
no, bro, that was awesome.
That was sick.
I haven't felt like that journalist. Like, I was like,
Bro, you beasted him.
That was
See?
intense.
And that's why you should play Tekken.
Yeah, bro, I gotta try
He's
that.
been
That looks
grinding
awesome.
recently though.
I had to get
Yeah,
bro. I was like, if I'm playing you against Tekken, like I bought the game. It was like going through. He's
been grinding. Prepared.
Dude.
Who's the number one game? I mean, number one player in the game. Like, who does everyone use?
Oh, it's an assortment.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Stuff,
it depends
yeah.
on your style of play.
Yeah.
I think isn't like some players are better against other players. Like I remember I used to
It
be
depends
like,
on so in Atlanta, if you play Tekken, most likely you play with Paul, because it's just like how it's always been in
Yeah,
Atlanta.
yeah.
So like if you're from Atlanta, you're playing Paul, and you're playing somebody in Chicago, they know you're probably gonna play Paul, so they're training for
Against
Paul
Paul,
players. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So like it just depends on what you're good
Why
with.
Paul? How does he fight?
I don't know. It's just Paul's just dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul is dope, but.
But yeah. So that's
Dude, that is the most. Dude, that was so hype.
That was so intense.
Dude, I can't wait to watch that. That was lit, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Well,
Wow.
that was intense.
That
That was
Thanks,
an
guys, for
awesome
that.
FaZe cast.
For the experience. Dude, it was honestly a lot of fun talking with you.
Yeah,
It's a lot of fun being here, man.
We could literally sit here and talk about WWE for another 6 hours probably
Seriously.
if we had the time. But thank you so much for coming. And like we said, he has his own channel as well. Up,
Yes.
up, down, down.
Up, down, down on YouTube, and you can follow it on socials. Up, down, down without the O's. You can follow me on socials at Xavier Woods PhD. On Snapchat, used food, because I'm the funny. Okay.
That was awesome.
We're gonna end the FaZe cast.
Start now.
Thank you guys for watching.
All right.
Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. Check us out on iTunes as well. Check out FaZecast on iTunes. Get it on your phone. Thank you, Xavier Woods, for coming one more time, and we'll catch you guys next week. Thank you for watching.
Later.
We'll see you guys
Bye,
later.
guys.
Dude, we gotta go.